Make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and stick around until the end where we'll ask you a question that might just change how you see the royal family forever. And don't forget to share this video and leave your thoughts in the comments below because we absolutely love hearing from you. Princess Beatrice of York stepping out alone for an evening might not seem like headline material at first glance, but when you peel back the layers of royal protocol, family expectations, and the increasingly complex world of modern monarchy, this solo outing becomes a fascinating window into the life of one of Britain's most intriguing royal figures. The eldest daughter of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson was recently photographed enjoying her own company during what witnesses described as an elegant yet surprisingly low-key evening, and the images have sparked intense speculation about what this independence signals for both Beatrice personally and the royal family as an institution. In a world where royal appearances are typically carefully choreographed affairs with spouses, family members, or official companions in tow, seeing Beatrice confidently navigating the evening solo represents something remarkably refreshing and perhaps even revolutionary in the context of royal tradition. Let's dive deep into what we know about this evening and why it matters so much more than you might initially think. Beatrice, now in her mid-30s, has always occupied a unique space within the royal hierarchy, close enough to the crown to bear the weight of public scrutiny yet far enough removed to occasionally slip beneath the radar of relentless media attention that follows senior working royals like her cousins William and Catherine. This positioning has allowed her to carve out a life that blends royal duty with personal freedom, working in the private sector while maintaining her royal connections and occasionally attending family events and official functions. Her marriage to Edoardo Mapelli-Mazzi in 2020 brought her even more stability and happiness, and the couple now shares a young daughter while Edoardo brings his own son from a previous relationship into their blended family dynamic. So what made this particular evening so noteworthy? According to reports from those who spotted the princess, Beatrice arrived at an upscale London venue dressed impeccably in an outfit that perfectly balanced royal elegance with contemporary fashion sensibility, showcasing her reputation as one of the most stylish members of the younger royal generation. Without the company of her husband, family members, or even the security detail that typically shadows higher-profile royals, Beatrice moved through the evening with a confidence and ease that suggested this wasn't a lonely obligation but rather a deliberate choice to enjoy her own company. Witnesses described her as relaxed, engaged, and seemingly content, occasionally checking her phone but otherwise fully present in the moment, ordering dinner, enjoying a glass of wine, and taking in the atmosphere around her without the self-consciousness that often accompanies public figures in similar situations. This independence speaks volumes about Beatrice's evolution as both a woman and a royal family member. Growing up in the intense spotlight that comes with being a granddaughter of Queen Elizabeth II was never easy, particularly given the controversies that have periodically swirled around her father Prince Andrew and the highly publicized divorce of her parents in the mid-90s. Beatrice and her younger sister Eugenie faced their share of unfair criticism, from harsh commentary about their fashion choices at William and Catherine's wedding to ongoing debates about their royal status and whether they should receive taxpayer-funded security. Through it all, both sisters have maintained remarkable dignity and carved out identities separate from the drama surrounding their parents, with Beatrice establishing herself as a vice president at a technology firm and becoming an advocate for various charitable causes including dyslexia awareness, a condition she herself manages. The fact that Beatrice felt comfortable and empowered to enjoy a solo evening out reflects broader shifts happening within royal circles and society at large. There was a time when unmarried royal women were expected to maintain near constant companionship, whether from chaperones, family members, or ladies-in-waiting, and the idea of a princess dining alone would have been virtually unthinkable. Even married royal women traditionally moved within carefully constructed social frameworks that rarely included solo public appearances outside official duties. But modern royalty is slowly adapting to contemporary values that celebrate independence, self-sufficiency, and the importance of personal time and space, even for those born into positions of privilege and public interest. Beatrice's solo outing also raises intriguing questions about the current state of royal family dynamics. In recent years, the family has weathered significant storms, from Harry and Meghan's departure and subsequent revelations to the ongoing fallout from Prince Andrew's association with Jeffrey Epstein and the legal settlements that followed. King Charles III's vision for a slimmed-down monarchy has created uncertainty about the roles of non-working royals like Beatrice and Eugenie, and there have been persistent rumors about tensions, alliances, and the complicated task of balancing tradition with necessary modernization. Seeing Beatrice out alone could suggest several things, from the simple explanation that her husband was occupied with work or family commitments to more complex interpretations about her desire to maintain independence and identity separate from both her immediate family and her marital unit. Fashion observers were quick to note the sophistication of Beatrice's ensemble, which reportedly featured designer pieces that demonstrated her keen understanding of how to dress for both comfort and impact. Unlike some royals who rely heavily on stylists and fashion advisors, Beatrice has developed a distinctive personal style that takes risks while remaining appropriate for her position, and this evening was no exception. Her choices reflect someone who understands fashion as a form of self-expression rather than mere royal obligation, and her willingness to showcase this style during a private evening rather than saving it for official events shows a refreshing authenticity. The response from royal watchers and the general public has been overwhelmingly positive, with many praising Beatrice for normalizing the idea that women, royal or otherwise, can and should feel empowered to enjoy their own company without it being viewed as a sign of loneliness, marital problems, or social rejection. In an era of constant connectivity and the pressure to always be surrounded by others, Beatrice's solo evening serves as a quiet reminder that solitude can be a choice and a pleasure rather than something to be avoided or pitied. Social media lit up with supportive messages, with many women sharing their own experiences of solo dining, concert going, or travel, celebrating the confidence it requires and the rewards it brings. Of course, not everyone views the situation through such a positive lens, and there are always those ready to speculate about potential problems lurking beneath the surface. Some tabloids have attempted to spin the solo outing as evidence of marital strain or family conflict, though there appears to be absolutely no credible evidence to support such claims. Beatrice and Eduardo have consistently presented as a devoted couple, frequently photographed together at family events and royal occasions, and those close to the family insist their relationship remains strong and loving. The assumption that a married woman enjoying an evening alone must indicate relationship problems says far more about outdated social expectations than it does about Beatrice's actual circumstances. Looking at the bigger picture, Beatrice's solo evening represents just one moment in what has been a fascinating journey of self-discovery and purpose for the princess. Unlike her cousins who will one day shoulder the full weight of monarchy, Beatrice has had to forge her own path, determining how to honor her royal heritage while building a meaningful life beyond palace walls. Her work in technology, her advocacy for dyslexia awareness, her roles with various charitable organizations, and her dedication to being a present mother and stepmother all demonstrate someone committed to substance over celebrity. This evening out, seemingly insignificant on its surface, actually embodies that philosophy perfectly, a princess choosing to nurture herself, to enjoy a moment of peace and reflection, to be fully human rather than merely royal. What this means for the future of the monarchy remains to be seen, but moments like these suggest that younger royals are increasingly comfortable blending tradition with contemporary values, maintaining respect for protocol while refusing to be imprisoned by it. Beatrice and others of her generation understand that relevance in the modern world requires authenticity, relatability, and the courage to sometimes break from convention when it serves no meaningful purpose. If the monarchy is to survive and thrive in the 21st century, it will be because of royals who can honor the past while confidently stepping into the future, who can carry themselves with dignity while remaining refreshingly, appealingly human. So here's the question we want you to consider, and make sure you leave your answer in the comments. If you were born into royalty with all its privileges and constraints, would you choose the path of a working royal with constant public duties and scrutiny, or would you prefer Beatrice's approach of maintaining your royal identity while building an independent life and career outside the palace walls?